right, so after you create your own video introduction, then you need to get ready because you've sent out your resume, possibly your cover letter and your introductory video, and now you might get a call or an email from a potential employer with whom you have communicated or to whom you may have sent your resume or introductory video. So you need to be ready for that call to come in. It could come in at any time. So keep a detailed, accurate, and timely. So if you sent it 5 minutes ago, put it on your list now. A very timely list of all the people and companies to whom you have sent a resume or video or just filled out an application, so that you will know what to say when that phone rings. You won't be like, who is this, what, right? So you really need to know, keep that list handy. So will everyone in your household know how to expect those calls or know to expect those calls? Will everyone in your household know where you are and how to find you right away? Make sure you let them know where you are and when you're where so they can get in touch with you if those calls come in. Will everyone in your household or anyone who might take that phone call for you know how to get a detailed message so you don't get a message with the wrong name, the wrong phone number, etc.? Remember, you do not want to miss a call. They're very important. And remember, just to repeat, there are very few jobs out there. Very few companies are hiring. You can't afford to miss a call. So you need to know exactly what to say when that phone rings. And a potential employer may call you and want to do a phone interview as soon as you pick up the telephone. They may say, is this Susie Smith? Do you have a few minutes? I have a few questions I'd like to go over with you. We received your video, introductory video and your resume, and we'd like to ask you a couple of questions about the position we have open. And there you are brushing your teeth or whatever, right? So if it's a situation where you just cannot stop whatever you're doing and take the call and say, oh, I'm so sorry, would love to speak with you. I'm very, very interested. Can we reschedule this call? I'm available all afternoon today. So offer a time period when you can talk. That's very soon, all right? So make sure you're ready. You don't want to take the call if you're in a position where you can't be your best. So do you know how to do a phone interview? I suggest you read up on the techniques for both of these types of interviews, a phone interview and a video interview, because these types of interviews, due to the pandemic, are becoming the norm, right? Many, many employers may make a hiring decision on a phone interview or a video interview alone. You may never go into the office for an interview. So Microsoft Teams, Slack, Zoom, and Google offer free online tutorials about how to use their platforms. So all kinds of tips about how to be your best on a video interview or on a video, right? So phone interview, video interview, in-person interviews are all different in many ways, obviously. You can't see an image on a phone, right? But yet they're the same in many, many important classic ways to the employer. So you know you can't see a smile on the phone. You know, a video can be a little stressful, and you may be self-conscious about how you look and how you're coming across. And in person might be more relaxed, or it could be even more intimidating, all right? But what is the same is that in all three situations, the employer is hanging on your every word, the tone of your voice, your laugh, your body language, your pauses. So practice and practice and practice and rehearse and get comfortable in all three scenarios. And when I say rehearse in front of somebody or record it and audit yourself, right? So in getting familiar with the video interview, get familiar with the technology. We just talked about that, the tutorials that are available. Review the tips they have for how you dress, for your background. Maybe hair and makeup for girls and boys, maybe. Remember, guys, maybe you don't want to have a shiny forehead, right? So smile in your mind. Be smiling in your mind. It comes across in your voice. And then smile in the interview as well. And but still be natural. And please, please, please do not take this video interview or phone interview because, back to the smile, they can't see you smiling. If you're actually smiling while you're talking on the phone, it'll come across, right? So don't take the phone interview or the video interview for granted just because you know FaceTime and TikTok, because that doesn't mean you've got this. Trust me, you don't. It takes practice. So please practice, rehearse, record, audit, and get great feedback from colleagues, peers, family, etc. And when you're called to a video interview, please get to the meeting room early so you're ready and you're there when they appear and you're ready to go. It's just like, don't be late for a regular interview, right? Okay, let's see where we are. What's next? Okay, so for the phone, video, and in-person interview, make sure you've also refreshed your knowledge of the company and you've got them on your list so you know when they call you and you pick up that phone, you have your list of who you've applied with, who you've sent your video introduction to, and you know a little bit about that company because you've researched them, right? So make sure that you are ready to talk to that organization and you have notes or you recall what you've researched about them. Make sure you've looked at that job description, the reason why you applied for that job with them, or looked into work with that organization. Make sure you have thought about how you match that job description and you can speak to that. Make sure you know why you want to work for that organization. Apart from the job and you think you'll like the work, you talk about why you would like to work for that particular organization. Maybe you've applied in healthcare to Kaiser and Queens. Why do you prefer to work for Queens or Kaiser? Talk about that kind of thing, not just why you like the job, right? Talk about what you think you can contribute. Be prepared to answer a question like, tell me a little bit about yourself, right? Be prepared for questions about the pandemic, like, have you been exposed to anyone with COVID-19? Have you traveled out of the state recently? Be prepared to confirm how well your home office is ready for you to work remote if needed. Many organizations are looking for remote workers. You need to say, my house is set up. You can see from my video interview that I have an excellent workspace. It's undisturbed and technologically very well connected, and I can be very efficient working from home. Because many people don't feel they're efficient working from home. They feel like they're disconnected from the work environment, the workplace. They don't know what's going on, and they have too many distractions at home. So if you're thinking of remote work, please make sure your area is organized and will allow you to be efficient. So be prepared for multiple interviews, panel interviews, behavioral assessments, background checks, that's criminal background checks, drug tests, reference checking, and a social media review.